Hi and welcome to Hansoft. This video will show you how Hansoft can help agile companies deliver better products faster. Starting from the core, I'll show you the experience of a developer in a Scrum team, Programmer David. Programmer David is mostly going to work from his team's board or his to-do list. The to-do list is an always up-to-date list of all the tasks and bugs that David is assigned to. From this view, he will always know what he should be working on. When David is done with this task, he will set it to complete and maybe add a comment or a screenshot. The news feed here to the right just got updated with this action from Programmer David. So now his team will know that he's done with this. From this news feed, David can keep track of the things that are happening within his team or project. If he sees something that he wants to react to, he can start a chat with this person by just clicking the name. We can also click on a task or user story here to navigate to the project view and the place where the task originated from. The to-do list and newsfeed are detachable, so if you want to, you can have them sitting on the side of your screen while you're working in other tools. Projects can look very different in Hansoft. We're going to spend a minute to look at some examples. Here we have an example of a small agile project. We're looking at a sprint backlog, which we can choose to see in this hierarchy mode or in a prioritized way. In this view, we can reprioritize items by just dragging and dropping them in the list like this. We can also choose to look at the sprint backlog in our board view. And here we can zoom in and out of the user stories, assign stories to team members in the sprint, and indicate progress by dragging and dropping to different status. The stories we have in the sprint backlog are obviously coming from the product backlog. In the product backlog, we can work with user stories, create new ones, we can create a hierarchy, and we can commit stories from the product backlog to the sprint backlog by just dragging and dropping them there. This is David's team's dashboard with the sprint burn down, their velocity history, the bugs that they track, and the overall release burn down for the product they contribute to. So we have all we need for an empowered Scrum team. They, just like product owners, program managers, and portfolio managers, choose to track the metrics they need for their decision-making and to continuously improve. If they want to, this Scrum team can share their dashboard with other teams or managers. Dashboards on team, on program, and portfolio level will look very different. They will also vary depending on what method you're using. Common factor is that they show you real-time bottom-up data. So, we said projects and programs can look very different in Hansoft. Let's have a look at some other examples. In this project, you can see teams working with agile methods. But below, we can also see teams working in traditional waterfall scheduling. This can be managed just as easily as agile methods in Hansoft. Some of our customers are running pretty large programs, where many teams are working jointly in parallel to deliver the same releases. In this program, we have a release schedule which is common for all the team laid out at the top. And below, we can see that we have several Scrum teams working in parallel. We can also take a look at the product backlog. And here we'll see that this is basically a backlog of backlogs, where we have all the user stories organized into different sections or feature areas. In Hansoft, you can delegate sections of the schedule or the product backlog to empower teams to take responsibility for their parts. In this case, I've delegated this section to product owner Tara. So when Tara is working in this backlog, Manager Bill will instantly become aware of what she's doing. At the same time, he may be working in another part of the backlog, so everyone is working together in this one product backlog. Just like the sprint backlog, you can choose to view the product backlog in prioritized view, and in a board view. So from here, let's move on to our final example, which is a portfolio overview of all the programs in this database. They use Kanban to indicate progress of work. Here we can pull these cards, representing epics in this case, between the different steps in the process. And here we've also set up links that will take us to the program where these epics are executed on. The point with showing you these various examples is to show you that Hansoft is flexible and doesn't dictate your process. It allows teams to work different methods side by side, even in the same project. Let's have a look at the defect tracking part of Hansoft. In each of these projects or programs, we have a full QA database. Here we can report bugs, and in each of the projects define what process or workflow to use when handling the bugs. We can just add new statuses here and modify this to make sure that it mimics the process we're using. We also have something called portfolio allocations. In here we can see how people are allocated across different projects or programs. You can look at this on an individual level, or on a group level, or on a project level. There's also a full document management section in Hansoft, so here you can check out and check in your documents. You have a full file history and full version rollback. So you can do a lot of things in Hansoft, but in the end of the day, it's the simplicity of the tool that makes it really work. If team members actually like using the tool, it will increase the accuracy of reports and it will empower the team to do more. How much potential do your teams have?